Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jackie Musime Kyoguru, aka GMK, and welcome to Real Talk. The last time we met, I talked about women, the fascinating woman, and I promised that the next topic would be about men, the man of valor. So, when we think about the man today, when you ask anybody who is a man, what's the characteristic of a man, how would you describe a man? Everybody decides to talk about a man dependent on their experience. Some extremely exciting, others quite sad. But when we look at the negative part of, unfortunately, most of the responses I get, if someone left you when you were pregnant and decided that he's not going to take care of the child or of you, you will deem the person as irresponsible. If he deserted your marriage or home, you'll deem him as a coward. If he cheated on you, you will deem him as unfaithful or a dog. If he doesn't provide for the home, you will say that he's such a sissy. If he used to beat you up, or if he beats you up, you say he's an abuser. If he's always drinking and coming home late, you deem him as irresponsible and a drunk. If you have a man who is caring, loving, always there for the children, always there for the home, you deem him as somebody who is amazing, who is a gentleman, who is the kind of man that any woman is looking for. So basically, it comes down to one's personal experience. But I'd like to talk about my personal experience as I was growing up as a child. And definitely, I would like to talk about my dad. My dad, as most people call him, or those who went through university, call him Uncle George. I call him Daddy, okay? And what can I say about my dad? That amazing, amazing man. Actually, whenever I think about him, whenever I talk about him, I just get a smile on my face. Because he's one of those people who has been amazing since I was a child. He has never changed his character since I was a child to date. My dad has always been a provider. He's been somebody who has provided for the home and is still providing for his wife to date. He has been able to take us to school, very responsible person. He took all of us to the best schools in Uganda, and some of my siblings also went abroad, like our firstborn went to India for university. But he made sure that we went through the best kind of education ever. My dad bought everything in the house. When I tell people that my mom was treated like a queen, oh, he's still treated like a queen. This is a woman who has never seen a market. What am I talking about? This is a lady who has never gone to buy onions, tomatoes, the things that we go to buy today, meat. No. My mom only went into the supermarket. My dad ensured that he bought everything, provided for everything in the home, including buying one of her most favorite things, which is her makeup. That is my dad for you. My dad has always been faithful, both to his wife and to his children. My dad was a disciplinarian, but at the same time was very easy to talk to. This is a person who, even students at the university will still tell me to date, this is a guy who was a disciplinarian, kept everything like firm, but when you came to talk to him, he was always ready to talk to you. My dad is very warm. He's a very, very warm person. My dad will do everything he can if he needs to assist you. If you go and tell my dad, Daddy, I have a problem here, Daddy, I need this, he's always ready to assist you. My dad is a born leader. He's a born leader. He's a guy who knows how to do the carrot and stick theory. He will know how to tame you, to discipline you, but also give you a bit of, calmness in the whole discipline. Generally, my dad is everything one would love to find in a man, notwithstanding the fact that, of course, he might have his own shortfalls and faults, but his good side hugely overweights his bad side. My siblings always laugh and say that by the time I was born, my dad was tired, being the last born, and they say that no, Jack, you did not see that disciplinary inherit in daddy because you are the last born. And I guess, no, I did not. Because he never laid a hand on me. But this is a man who used to sit me down and give me lectures about life, that I have become who I am today because of him. But trust me, even if he did not lay a hand on me, I got quite a beating from my brother Geoffrey and from my sister Juliet. They took up that role, trust me. So, as we grow up, all ladies especially, those who have had good fathers, always want to find a man who has the same characteristics as their dad, true? But unfortunately today, our dear brothers in our society have changed quite a bit. Not actually quite a bit, they've changed a lot. The number of single mothers today, children born out of wedlock, unfaithfulness, not taking on the roles as much and leaving the woman to do everything, coming home in the wee hours of the morning, sometimes drunk, plus so many other bad mannerisms that men have started doing today is quite alarming and very sad. So I want to talk about what kind of man should you be? What kind of man is needed in a home, in a relationship, at work? I mean, even if you look at the Bible, the Quran, what kind of men were there in those books? These were faithful. These were faithful men. These were men who loved the Lord. These were men who were dependable. If you had somebody around you, you'd know this guy is dependable. These are people who are kind. They have moral integrity. They have a father character in them. They have a good sense of humor. They are very intelligent, passionate, confident, generous, good listeners, romantic, good cooks, hardworking, have a sense of style, they are handsome, and they are fit. Okay? So the most important of all this is love for the Lord, because once you have all this, then the Lord kind of like adds on all these other personalities onto you. Then you will make it a point to pray always with your loved ones, be a good person to those around you, basically encourage people around you to be better people. Like if you're around young boys, if you're a man, you encourage these young boys to be better men, because you see the generation today is looking up to the guys today and wants to become a better person. So I pray that all the men today strive to be a man of valor and proud examples of what a good man should be like. One thing we need to realize is that in the Bible, when you look at the different men, when you look at Abraham, when you look at Moses, when you look at David, when you look at Solomon, I mean, all these guys were responsible men. And of course, when we look at Jesus Christ, he is the man who everybody would like to follow after. So I pray for all of us. I pray that all of us will become that man. We will strive to become that man so that we can become those men of valor. Thank you very much. I love you all. This is Real Talk.